Wow. Got the wrong thumbnail for starters. Testing. All right. Hey there, how's it going, guys? Just doing some prelim tests before we get started and really kicked into high gear. Yeah. Hey there. Welcome to everyone just jumping in, just kind of getting some audio tests. Can you guys hear me okay, for the most part? Sing a rap song. Alright. Yeah, my thumbnail says This Week in Gotham, but this is indeed a Gotham 1919 and 1889 Q&A. I'll probably just change the thumbnail afterwards, but yeah. Okay. We're pretty soon we'll get started here, guys. Just mostly trying to get things good to go, make sure I have everything in order for this stream before we jump into the questions. I see some of you guys are already typing them into the chat, which is fine, but I won't be able to start answering until we start at 3 and I get through some stuff that I like, logistics. All right. I am quite excited for the second edition, Lux. Thanks for asking. It's going to be really cool. Okay. Oh, you guys like my mug, huh? I got this one from, let's see, it's a color changing mug. So like when there's no liquid in it, it's all black with just the bat symbol. And it's got the Joker on the other side, but that disappears when it gets cold. I got this, I actually got 2 of this same mug from both of my sisters-in-law, so yeah. Yeah, there's going to be that's right, Lux, there's going to be a shipping update on Giant Panda King's Instagram for anybody who didn't know about that. Now, here's the true test. We got to see if my other 2 scenes work, because I'm using OBS today. So we've got, let's see, me and computer. Looks like you guys can probably see that all right. Look at me, I'm such a good streamer now. Okay, yeah. Looks like we're good to go. Just mostly going to be answering any questions you guys have, and we're going to be, yeah, just kicking into high gear. And just wanted to throw this out there too. I have it on the screen, but if you join us on Patreon, you get really cool behind-the-scenes content, so make sure to check that out. I know some of you guys in the chat here today are pretty involved with that and loving the behind-the-scenes content we've been putting out so far. So, let's see what we're gonna do today. Yeah, if you guys want to check out Patreon, we've got tiers as low as $2.99 a month, and you get scripts and your name mentioned in the episodes, which is pretty cool. the scripts for all of our docuseries, for upcoming episodes in general. You could check out our merch, which is also available, I think, in the description. As well as you should see some like cards popping up on the bottom of some of the merch we have available. We just made some Gotham 1889 merch, so feel free to go check that out, because yeah, that's something I've been wanting to do since we kicked the series off. But and then the other thing is, I'm going to do my very best to answer all your questions, because I know you guys probably have a lot. And in order to get to as many as I can, I'm going to definitely try to keep up with the live chats, but it will be a lot easier for me to see if you guys do the super chat option, which, here, I'll go to computer just for a second so you can see it, but actually you can't see that, can you? Well, here. If you go all the way down, right there, this button here, that'll allow you to give super chats, and you can type in a message. You can give as low as $1. I think you can only type a message if you give like $2 or something like that, but that'll pop up in color and I'll be able to see that a lot easier. Again, no pressure, but that's just one way that you can get me to see your chat and questions a lot easier. So yeah,
Good stuff.
Okay, so without further ado, we'll get kicked off with the questions. You guys can go ahead and start dropping them, and like I said, I'll do my very best to answer them. Would you like to see some kind of Batman versus the Zodiac Killer? That would be really cool. I'm huge into FBI, or I was rather. I learned a lot about FBI stuff in high school. I took a forensic science class senior year, and basically learned about all of those guys, the Zodiac Killer, the BTK Killer, all sorts of people. But that would be a very, like, there's a movie too, Zodiac. You guys can check that out if that's your cup of tea. It's pretty gruesome. It's pretty tense, but very good movie. And that particular story, Batman versus Zodiac Killer, would be very interesting to explore, especially since they've done Gotham by Gaslight, which has Batman versus Jack the Ripper. It seems likely they'd be able to do something there. Okay. Super easy to stream on PS4. I have a PS4 now, so I'm hoping to do that once I get my hands on both Return to Arkham and Gotham Knights when that comes out. Am I going to do Clayface? So not this Thursday, but next Thursday is the next episode of 1919, and it is going to be a slippery slope of a time. It's going to be pretty muddy. Yeah. Hint, hint. Gojira 2000. Yeah, we have some pretty cool fan art that came in from a couple people, so I'll go ahead and show you guys those. I've posted some of it on Instagram. It's from our What If Batman Existed in Star Wars video. So we've got this one here, which is pretty cool, by Joel. That was really cool. I think that's the first fan art that we've gotten, specifically like outside of a docuseries or something. So there's that. And then we also got this one that somebody sent in. Pretty cool, also of the Batman DeLorean. So cool stuff. But if you guys want to send in your own fan art, just go ahead and do that. You can send it to the Batfeed, or the.batfeed.contact@gmail.com, and I'll feature those either in videos or on Instagram. Cool stuff. Thanks for sending those in, guys. Are you still planning to do a Bat Family video and a GCPD one in the 1919 universe? I am. So here, let's break down a little bit of just to like level with you guys on what all is coming your way. But basically, rather than just kind of sporadically popping these episodes out from time to time, we're going to be kind of leading towards like a season finale, and then we're going to do like multiple seasons of 1919 and 1889. So what does that mean? Basically what that means is we're going to have, season 1, I kind of hinted at what that's going to be in the last episode. If you saw the very last scene that kind of staticked into the episode, beware with the owl. So we're kind of leading towards that with the season finale for season 1. So all of the episodes I'm going to try to do from here to there is going to be, introducing characters, hinting at the Court of Owls, waiting for the second edition to arrive, because that's when that's where the story's at, is in the second edition. So that's what we're leading towards with 1919. With 1889, we're leading towards the Jack the Ripper story arc. And for both of those season finales, you're going to see, rather than one giant episode, we're going to do like part 1, part 2, part 3 of a season finale for those. So for the first one, you'll see a 3-part series on the Court of Owls. For the Jack the Ripper storyline, you'll see part 1, part 2, part 3, with season 2 for 1889 going into like other arcs and original stories. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. What made you decide to start making videos based on Gotham 1919 to 1939? Really, it was the book. I got my hands on it. I heard about it from Cult of the Batman on Instagram. Shout out to him. Go give him a follow if you're not following him on there. He's got some really cool collector stuff. But he got his hands on this book and was posting some pictures from it, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is probably the most realistic, grounded version of Batman that I've seen so far. Got to get my hands on that. Ordered it accidentally from the Australian website, which if you're in the US, order from the US site, us.giantpandaking.com. Otherwise, you'll get charged an arm and a leg for shipping. Canceled that order, ordered it again on the US website. It arrived. I'm flipping through. I'm like, this is sick. I want to do more than just an Instagram post, I want to give this the justice that it deserves, because like not many people know about it. So I contacted Giant Panda King. I told him what my plan was, that I wanted to do like a book review, but also in the style of a documentary. And I sent it their way once I finished editing it. Never done a documentary before I started that series. I have done video editing in the past, but nothing that in depth. So I turned it into them. They took a look. Their staff watched it. They got back to me and said, "Wow, that was really good. We would be okay with you like doing more in this series if you're interested." So I posted it. I had probably just under 100 subscribers before I posted that video, and then here we are. I want to say like almost a year later, and that specific video I think came out maybe like half a year ago, or just over half a year ago. But it started to blow up, and all you guys got really interested in it. So yeah, it's turned into so much more than what we set out to make from the get-go, and now we're doing Gotham 1889 with other prospects in the future, like a Western Batman, our stop motion project, things like that. But yeah, let's see. I'm making a comic book whilst watching this. That's really cool, Stanley. Send it my way if you finish it, and I'll give you some PR. Any other eras you'd like to explore with Batman? Yeah, like 50s. So the closer and closer we get to modern day, the less and less likely I am to do it in a docuseries. People have been joking like, oh, you're gonna keep going back in time to like the 1780s and the 1680s, and I made a joke that we're gonna cover Batman as an amoeba, but you know, a lot of those Batman Primordial Soup Edition one, exactly, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, never say never, but kind of focusing more on like the past, like I just mentioned, we might do a Wild Wild West one. The guy who's voicing Joker in our stop motion series upcoming is he does a really great Western Batman cosplay. You should check him out on Instagram. Crave Cosplay with K's, like Krave cosplay with a K at the beginning. He's got some really cool stuff. He does a killer Mark Hamill, Troy Baker Joker impression, which is why he's voicing Joker. You can follow him on TikTok too. I think it's the same username. So, good stuff. But yeah, we've talked about doing a medieval Batman. We've talked about doing Wild Wild West Batman. 50s isn't out of the picture, but hey, Batfeed, love your channel, love the Riddler video. Can't wait for Court of Owls. Oh, thanks, Dominic. Appreciate that. Dun, 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 dun. Which Batman characters would you like to see appear in the Gotham 1919 universe that hasn't appeared yet? Condiment King. I'm excited for that. Condiment King is going to be in 1919. I noticed a couple of you were asking about Firefly. I don't know if Firefly is going to be in it. I would say it's fairly likely because they added what do you call it? They added 40 new characters, and it's somewhat likely that I don't know what they all are, even though Russell has told me what quite a few of them are. So it would be cool to see Firefly appear, but I guess we'll have to wait and see for the second edition. Somebody I'd really like to see is... see, I keep trying to think of people. I would love to see Great White Shark. I don't even know how many of you people know who that is, because it's a really obscure character, but Google Great White Shark Batman and learn about him more in white, because he's a pretty creepy villain not many people know about. I know we're going to get Phantasm, we're going to get Egghead from the 1966 show, all sorts of stuff with the second edition. So if you haven't gotten that and you missed out on the pre-order, there will be another printing later this year. What's your opinion on the Elseworlds comic arcs, like Leatherwing, for example? That's another one that I haven't read that yet, but I want to do, possibly in a docuseries. Used to be huge into Pirates of the Caribbean, which I know isn't 100% historically accurate, but that would be really cool to see. Pirate Batman, Leatherwing, the man who laughs as a pirate captain. That's because that's what Joker goes by, I think. I just thought this. I would love a crossover where Riddler is captured by Jigsaw, then Riddler has to go through pain and trials to get out alive. That would be a very interesting crossover, Spidey fan. Yeah. Greetings from Serbia. Hey, how's it going? Who's your favorite Batman character? Overall, Batman. No, I'd probably go with either Mr. Freeze or Two-Face as far as villains, so. Do you like James Bond stuff? I like Daniel Craig James Bond. I actually haven't seen a lot of the original James Bond movies, so I'll have to verse myself better in those. Would you rather get attacked by Joker or Harley Quinn? They're both equally as likely to kill you, Fiona, so I'm not 100% sure. Probably Harley. Joker would make it slow and painful and probably horrifying, so... Lucas, excellent in regards to Egghead. Yeah. Have I watched the Gotham TV series? I have. Just a reminder, this is a Gotham 1889 and 1919 Q&A, so I'm mostly going to focus in on those questions. Just full disclosure with you guys. So yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Is modern Batman possible? You could be a news reporter or journalist, or you could report on Batman's first appearance. Riddler could be a hacker. Actually, have a plan for a series like that in the works. It would be like a GCPD detective going over criminal case files. So if you guys would be interested in seeing that, just let me know. Kind of like a web series. You would probably get to see me in an environment other than what I have back here with my Batman collection. So, yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. Dun, 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 dun. Good show. Will we be seeing the Mad Hatter anytime soon? That's a safe bet. We briefly covered him and Robin, but you guys haven't really heard his full story. So if we get a chance to cover that, that would be awesome. That would definitely be a season 1 episode because, just because we're introducing all the characters in season 1. So, but yeah, we obviously won't cover all of them because as soon as I get my hands on the 2nd edition, I'm doing the Court of Owls arc, and we're gonna have a definitive end for season 1. But then season 2 will pick up like a month after that. But in the meantime, you guys will have other stuff to focus on too. Would you like the movies to have Batman look like the 1939 look? That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I would love to see a live action 1919 movie, but hard to tell. Because, it's a fan book, it's a parody book. There's only so much that GPK can do with that because it's not an officially licensed book. So, for now we have just the docu-series, but I guess we'll see someday. Let's see. Boom. King Tut, maybe. I don't know, actually. Gotham 1889 TV show. Yeah, I would be down for that too. Which Joker death would you choose to have happen to you? Like, out of every time that Joker's allegedly died, or out of every person, or every person who's ever been killed by him, I guess. I don't know. If we're going by Joker deaths, definitely the one in the animated Batman Superman adventure movie, the one that takes place in the BTAS universe, where he falls out of he gets trapped inside the giant flying wing that blows up, and everyone thinks he's dead, but they don't find the body. Dun dun dun. Is there going to be an episode or segment on Joe Chill, who murdered Thomas and Martha Wayne? I guess we'll have to wait and see. He's not in the 1st edition, and it's kind of left mysterious. So, if he's in the 2nd edition, perhaps. Yeah. I had an idea like Batman medieval. Wayne would be the royal family of the Kingdom Gotham. Joker would be Rogue Jester. JLA would be a group of royal knights. Yeah, kind of like a Knights of the Round Table kind of deal. That's kind of in the vein of what we're planning on doing with that series once we eventually begin it. Have you considered Batman set in ancient feudal Japan? I have, yeah. If you guys haven't seen Batman Ninja, your call on whether or not you want to check that out, but yeah, it's got some pretty wacky stuff. But the designs for the characters were cool, so I mean, yeah. What I meant is the suit looks like spandex and a leather cape and such, but it can be set in modern times. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It'd have to be ripped, probably. Let's see. Do you think Superman exists in this universe? He does. We probably won't see anything that's, super in-depth on him because he's more of an Easter egg. But if you guys want to get an idea of what 1919 Superman would be like, check out the original cartoons and comics for Superman. Yeah. Same goes for the Justice League. They're more of an Easter egg, so we probably won't see an episode devoted to them. My main focus is Batman. Bum. Okay. See ya, Stanley. Thanks for joining. Killer Croc or Bane? Probably Killer Croc. Seems like he could be outsmarted a little easier. Let's see. Jack Ryder and the Creeper could be inspired by Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I like to liken Jekyll and Hyde to Two-Face a bit more, but I see where you're coming from with that. It's a cool idea. Jack Ryder, I believe, does have an appearance in the second edition, so. Will there be a spin-off featuring the Justice League? Already answered that. Hey, Skeledare. Welcome back. Happy that you're happy to be back. Batman's batarangs in the book like DKR, where it's sharp and realistic, or is it blunt like a baseball? I guess we'll have to wait and see. I posted something on my YouTube story with the DKR Batman suit, so if you want to get an idea of that, go check it out. Or go look at Giant Panda King's Instagram, because they have the picture there. You get to see Carrie Kelly, too. XM Studios Samurai Line statues. I'll check that out. Favorite character to do an episode on so far? Probably Man-Bat, because it was, while it was like super freaking weird and scary and creepy, it was somewhat based on actual experiments that happened during the Stalin regime in Russia. So it was weird and wacky, but still somewhat grounded, and it was also kind of back to the basics with what we do with 1919, you know? The thumbnail of Joker on the very first episode, where it's like, whoa, that's really creepy, you know? I'm a huge horror and Lovecraftian kind of fan of stuff, so we're going to try to do as many of those as we can. Back to someone's earlier question, the next 1919 episode will be Clayface, so you'll get to see that. Not as a shapeshifter, but still pretty creepy. What's up? Your Gotham 1919 series really piqued my interest. I'm really curious on how Clayface and Killer Croc would be incorporated into this timeline. Hoping to do a Killer Croc episode once I get my hands on the second edition. Clayface is on the way. Zatanna, I don't know if she's in the second edition or not, so we'll have to wait and see, but possibly in 1889. Yeah. What inspired me to do the documentary series? Mostly the book. Reading it and wanting to give it its due and help raise awareness about it, because it's really cool. Let's see. It'd be great to see an episode with the Mad Hatter. Yep, that's in the works. Coming down the pipeline. Deacon Blackfire would be really interesting to see. I don't know if he's in the 1919 universe, but may try to incorporate that. Again, like if it's not in the 1919 book, I'll probably try to find a way to incorporate it into 1889 for you guys to see some iteration of it. Love the channel. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he'll be. That's a very astute observation, Ryan. He'll be a lot closer to the serial killer version of Basil Karlo, the disgraced actor that puts on a clay mask and attacks people. Although it won't be that specifically. What's the Penguin like in the 1919 timeline? Pretty much a Italian mobster, mafioso kind of guy. We get to see his story kind of play out, so I'm excited to share that with you guys. He'll probably be coming up pretty soon too. Again, we're trying to get a lot of the introductory characters out of the way for the season 1, so that seasons 2 and 3 can focus more on, you know, like the Shadow War and other big events like Nightfall. So, yeah. As far as 1889, what we're looking at doing is probably, you know, season 1 would be Jack the Ripper. Season 2 would be something along the lines of the Master of the Future story arc from the Gotham by Gaslight series, or more accurately, the Gotham World Fair, all of the crazy things that happened during that, including the Riddler's murder hotel based on H.H. Holmes, Master of the Future. Yeah, there's a few other things that are in the works, so If they made a 1919 book on another Justice League member, what would you like it to be on? Ooh. That's a good question. I probably would like to see either Flash or Green Arrow, honestly. Superman would be cool, but, also the other two would be a little easier to do with keeping it grounded, I guess. Will there be a video on Victor Zsasz? There will be, yeah. He'll be a big part of the Red Robin or Red Wing episode, where you get to see Tim Drake as Red Robin, Victor Zsasz killing people and Red Robin trying to stop him, and then you'll also see Stephanie Brown as Spoiler. Yeah. 1919 Victorian Killing Joke. There's been a 1919 Killing Joke so far in the Batgirl episode, which if you guys haven't seen that, go give it some love. Check it out. There's a Killing Joke reference in there. Victorian, we'll have to wait and see, because it's pretty interesting version of Joker in 1889, where he's like already an established serial killer, tries to take his own medicine, so to speak, ends up scarring himself and turning himself into the Joker. Yeah. Calendar Man will be in the second edition, therefore he will be in these documentaries. Favorite Robin from the book? Let's see. That's a tough one. I tend to gravitate towards Dick Grayson, but as far as costume design and evolution, probably Tim Drake, because he has the most practical Robin outfit. He ends up with his classic Red Robin outfit, which is really cool. So I'd probably go with that. Hey, Cactus. Hey, I'm in a store right now. Yeah. Dick Grayson is the correct answer. He's so near and dear to my heart. He's the first Robin. I love Nightwing. Hard to go wrong. So, yeah, we'll have to see if Killer Moth is in it too. I don't know. Yeah, Lucas, 1889's Man-Bat is going to have heavy inspiration from the island of Dr. Moreau. And Two-Face, I just bought Jekyll and Hyde, the book, to read in order to research for Two-Face. So, heavy inspiration from a lot of those things you'll see play out, but through the Batman lens. The best content remixes all of your favorite things, because there's nothing new that you can really make, or original. It's all been done. Would Red Robin or Nightwing continue crime fighting after Batman retires in this universe? Red Robin definitely does. He ends up joining the FBI in the 1919 universe. Nightwing helps with the proto-CIA with their Task Force X project that they formulate. So you'll see more of that, I think. Favorite Batman death? Actually, I was just reading Batman Damned by Brian Azzarello and oh my gosh, what's his name? The guy who does the art. Oh, I'm gonna kick myself for not knowing this. That was a pretty good Batman death. It was very odd and strange and supernatural. So if you guys haven't read that, I would recommend it. It's not canonical. It's set in DC Black Label, but yeah, Poison Ivy will get an episode fairly soon, because she's a character that somewhat comes into play, I believe. Hey, hope to hear a Joker interview I did sometime. Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe down the road. Thanks for the donation, man. Really appreciate it. Would you like to see the Outsiders in this universe? I would. That would be pretty cool. Again, some of them are pretty hard to do. You could do Katana pretty easily. Trying to remember who else is in it. I think, let's see. can't remember who else is in it. Metamorpho is, but he would be kind of hard to do. Anyways. Like how the Gotham 1919 Two-Face is more realistic and scarred. Yeah. Favorite Batman comic and movie. Favorite comic is Batman White Knight. And favorite movie currently, probably Batman Returns. If we were going just animated, then I would probably go with I'm assuming Long Halloween is going to be probably my new favorite animated one, once I watch it. Will Harley Quinn get her own video? We know about her origins from the Arkham video, but what happened to her? We might see more of her, yeah. I don't know if she'd get her own episode. A lot of these characters don't have too much content. So I'm trying to spin these tales best as I can with the content that is available, because it's really hard to give each character a dedicated arc. So, yeah, we'll have to see if she comes into play later on, which I think she will, because she's a cool character. Black Lightning, that's another one, yeah. That would be interesting to see. I don't know, maybe if it was like a little more of like he uses technology rather than has innate powers in the 1919 universe. That would be more grounded, I think, but yeah. Let's see. I saw the Long Halloween, it's dope. Hey, Woken Joe, welcome aboard. I gotta see that still. They threw it in as a last minute thing. My favorite animated film is either Mask of the Phantasm, Return of the Joker, Under the Red Hood. Oh, how could I forget Mask of the Phantasm? I love that movie. That would probably be my current favorite animated one. And especially we're going to get to see an iteration of that in the 1919 universe. I'm so freaking pumped for that. Thanks, Woken Joe. You're awesome too. Again, if you guys are interested at all in joining our Patreon, you'll get access to the scripts for these episodes in advance, and you'll also get to see behind the scenes depending on which tier you pick. You can start as low as $2.99 a month or as high as $25 a month, I think. That gives you like producer status. You get an ID badge, personalized, really cool stuff. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, feel free to jump in on that. Yeah. Oh, how long do you want Gotham 1889 to be? Probably, multiple seasons. We'll have to see. I don't know an exact episode count, but as long as you guys keep watching them, I'd love to keep making them. I have a number of people who are helping me formulate stories for these characters, which would be really cool once they get out there. Yeah, if you guys, everyone asking about the Justice League, as much as I wish we could, it's probably not going to happen because they are just an Easter egg in the book. Lux has been saying it. Anyone with a wrench by their name in blue text, keep an eye on what they're saying because they're answering a lot of your questions in the chat too. They're my mods. And they're also my mods on Discord. So if you guys are interested in joining our Discord, someone want to share the link again? But yeah, let's see. Okay. Bum. Would 1889 be more steampunk or grounded? A bit of both. You can't really have a Batman story without having some pseudoscience, like Batman's grappling hook. The technology for that doesn't exist now in modern day. So, he's going to have it in 1889, but it's going to be probably steampunk inspired a little bit. Yeah. Terrible Trio is another group of underrated villains that fits perfectly. That'd be cool. We'll have to see. I could see them fitting into the League of Assassins pretty well. Will there be No Man's Land in this world? I don't think so, but our stop motion project is going to have heavy inspiration from that, so keep an eye out for that. Favorite villain in the whole Gotham 1919 book? Probably Azrael as Batman. Just for the character design, although I am very excited to see Talon from the Court of Owls. Because I have Azrael's helmet. So, there you go. Asbat. In the flesh. Yeah, we're gonna see a Western Batman eventually. Hey man, I love what you do. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Soul SLVR. Appreciate it. Hey, Aaron. Oh yeah, okay, Aaron, I remember you now, because you jumped on our You Now live stream the other day. Will Talon look exactly like his classic outfit? Pretty close. Pretty close. You know, it's got that classic 1919 spin to it, because Russell designed the outfit, but it still pretty much looks like the original design. Will you ever do one of those Riddler things you did again? Oh, the Choose Your Own Path, Riddle Me This, which, if you guys haven't checked that out, go check that out too. It's choose your own path, solving riddles. Pay very close attention, because the final riddle, the clues to that is scattered throughout the others. But it's called Riddle Me This. It's on my channel. I'm hoping to do more of those. It'd be really cool. Hoping to do other kinds of choose your own path projects eventually too, just because, you know, there's so many possibilities for that. Yeah. Your documentaries inspired me to make a modern interpretation of Batman and turned it into a documentary. Do you have any tips on how to write like that? That's really cool. Thanks, man. I'm glad to see that our projects are inspiring people to do their own stuff. That was, you know, that's kind of what we set out to do, is inspire other people to make stuff. So, some advice I would give would just be do your research on each character. You know, find stories that are popular or that stand out to you, and put your own spin on them. You know, don't make it entirely a different thing, but, you know, add little bits and pieces where you think, oh, maybe this bit could make it unique. This could put my own spin on it. But yeah, do the research. It really helps. Dude, I lost 6 times when I did the Riddler Choose Your Own Path thing. Yeah. Some of those losing videos are pretty funny. Batfeed, dude, you're growing so fast, man. Been here since like 1K. Oh man, didn't know you've been around that long. Yeah, we've been blowing up. We're fast approaching 20,000, and it's really cool to see. And we might do, if I can get my hands on another copy. I think I ordered 2 of the 2nd edition. We might do a giveaway for that at 20K. So spread the word, folks. Hugo Strange is going to be showing up in 1889. Keep an eye out for that. The very next 1889 episode is going to be Selina/Catwoman. That's coming out this Thursday. Really excited to share that with you guys. And these episodes are going to be longer. This one's probably between 12 and 14 minutes, just like the first one was. Okay. We'll be on for probably another 15 minutes here, so if you guys have any more questions, keep dropping them. But for right now, I wanted to show you guys a little more in depth. Okay, so if you go here, pretty much, you know, any one of these videos. So you got my merch down here. You can click on it there, or you can go to the store tab, and we've got all of our stuff here. Another option would just be to go batfeedstore.org, like that, and you've got all the stuff here. So we've got Darkest Night, we've got Brightest Dawn, Gold Justice is what we're calling that one. We've got another one in the works. right here. You can see we've got the 1889 Unisex T, as well as, I think, oh, there we go. We also have one that's a sweatshirt. Yeah, right there. So if you guys want to hop on that, feel free. Hopefully there's going to be more stuff like that coming out. But yeah, you can get to any of that just by clicking here. This will take you to that site as well. So just go check that out. And cool stuff. But yeah, we'll go back to your questions for anybody who has them. Oh, yeah. You're right. My camera's in the way. Okay. So we'll move that guy, then we'll move me so you guys can see it. Batfeedstore.org. Just like that. Anyways, that's that. So we'll go back to that. Would I be interested in playing a character in 1919? I would. I mean, I've always been more of a behind the scenes kind of guy. But maybe I'll make a cameo appearance at some point as a character. We're kind of moving away from video interviews, but definitely photographs are still going to be used. So, yeah. See ya, Cactus. Thanks for joining. Batfeed became Plastic Man for a second. Glad you noticed. You were kind of the Joker. You guys have a great sense of humor. Lex Luthor is very likely to show up in 1889. Bruce Wayne is actually heavily inspired by Howard Hughes in the 1919 universe. So, if you're interested in picking up the book and reading Bruce's story and then reading about Howard Hughes on Wikipedia or anywhere else, you'll see a lot of parallels there. So yeah, cool stuff. Can I start doing Batman skits? That would be a lot of fun. I'll take that under consideration. Yeah, so the image of Joker in 1889, James brought that up. That is a combination of The Man Who Laughs, played by Conrad White, and me, photo-composited together. So that's why it looks like me. It's a mix of those two. Yeah. The Man Who Laughs. Yeah, if you guys would like to see Batman skits, let me know. I'd be 100% on board for that, so... But yeah, like I was saying, I just read Batman Damned, written by Brian Azzarello, and illustrated by somebody who I still can't remember. So if anybody knows who illustrated that, he also did Batman Noel and Lee Bermeo, that's who it is. Yeah. Lee Bermeo illustrated. He did Batman Noel and the Joker graphic novel. So, really good story. It was an impromptu Justice League Dark appearance, although they weren't working together so much as just making appearances. Very supernatural, very horror-esque take on it. Definitely recommend checking it out if you guys haven't read it already. Although, be prepared for a veritable mindfuck. Batman Ancient Greece. I'm a huge ancient history fan too, so maybe. Thanks, Spidey fan. I just must have been missing it because a lot of the chats get lost in there when everybody's chatting. So Rather help the Joker or Batman? Definitely Batman. Joker's pretty messed up, yo. Although it depends on which version of Joker we're talking about. Some of them kill and some of them don't. Professor Pig is on the way. He's one of the new characters in the second edition of the book. So, brace yourself. That would be really interesting. Batman in different countries versus different time eras. You kind of saw that a little bit with Batman Red Sun, but it would be interesting to see him in other cultures too. Penguin looks like Al Pacino, Two-Face looks like Robert De Niro, Jack Gordon looks like Harrison Ford. Very astute observations. (1889). I'm really looking forward to words. I'm really looking forward to exploring Terry McGinnis's storyline, because he'll have more than just a cameo. It won't be like a high-tech. It won't be a high-tech Batman Beyond, but it'll definitely take cues from Batman Beyond in some ways. Silver Age Joker, he was just a prankster who wanted money. That's what I was thinking, you know. Ace the Bat Hound will be in 1919. He'll make an appearance during the Shadow War, so keep an eye out for that. Hoping to do all of the Bat Family that we can over the course of the multiple seasons for 1889 and 1919. Yeah, the Kevin Conroy's name is on the movie poster for Batman Beyond in the 1919 universe. Will Terry be Bruce's son or just a kid who meets him? I'm guessing you mean in 1889. Just a kid who meets him. We're not going to go into the whole, like, oh, Bruce's DNA was used to create Terry McGinnis, blah, blah, blah. That's a little sci-fi for a grounded take on it. But we will still be using elements of his origin from the show. Yeah, Batman Beyond quite possibly will... I guess we'll have to see. In 1889... Batman retires just before World War I starts, or the Great War, depending on what your preference is. But by the time World War II rolls around, he's much too battered and bruised to fight in it. So. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could stomach that right now, Lux. For those of you who don't know who Matt Stoney is, he's a competitive eater, and I have a very small stomach. Court of Owls is going to be really cool. I'm excited to do that. Let's see. So if you guys have any questions, drop them right now. We're going to close out the question portion pretty soon here. I'll take maybe like 2 or 3 more questions. And then I'll show you guys some of the stuff I've been working on. Some like physical projects that I've been doing. Apart from the documentaries and apart from the What If Batman Existed in Star Wars series. But I may also eventually begin streaming or recording episodes of me playing the Arkham games. So. Okay, who's your favorite Batgirl? Always has been and always will be Barbara Gordon, with closely followed by Cassandra Cain and Stephanie Brown. Will Stephanie show up? She has been in a couple episodes. She will get a more in-depth arc when we come to her story of teaming up with Red Robin to take down her father and Victor Zsasz. what's your favorite, or what's your plan after you finish Gotham 1919 to 1939? Gonna continue 1889 as much as we can. Probably gonna try out other time eras like the Wild West or medieval, as well as the stop motion project that we have coming out. That's probably, see, we're still in like the pre-production stage of making that stop motion project, but it's moving along, and we're hoping to start cranking it out either in the winter or the spring. So keep an eye out for that. We'll keep you guys updated as that furthers in production. Do you know who is Terry McGinnis model? Oh, I don't, not off the top of my head. 1889 is a little different. We've had to make a lot of photo composites using pictures of people, so not all of them are actual people. They're just amalgams of different people kind of put together. Shout out to Anthony Falone Art on Instagram. He's been killing it with those. All right. We are going to wrap up the Q&A portion, and I'm going to show you guys something I've been working on. Still very much in the works. Most of the people who have been on Discord and checking out my YouNow streams as well already know about this, but I've been working on making a Batman cosplay, and this is still in the works, but I made a cowl. Here, I'm going to turn this light on. See it a little better. So like, as you can see, this juts out a bit, that juts out a bit. I still got to like tighten it up and sew it together. Gonna edge where all the gray is with leather, but that's pretty cool. We've also got a neck piece that's in the works, but the rest of the outfit is already pretty much coming along. It's all stuff that got ordered off of Amazon or other places that we're gonna paint, and we're gonna make our own bat symbol. Probably gonna use this one from the Batfeed, after the style of Batman White Knight. So we're going to try to do the collar as well. Yeah, good stuff. But I'm excited to share that project with you because I've been videoing and doing time lapses of me working on this stuff. So you'll get to see all of that. We'll probably do part 1, part 2, part 3 because there's just so much video for me putting that together, and there's still so much more left to film. So, but I'm excited to share that with you guys. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, going to keep working on the Batman Star Wars project. Going to keep cranking these out week by week, the documentaries. Really excited for you guys to see what all we've been working on. And again, if you want to see all of that in advance, like behind the scenes stuff, it'll be coming out on Patreon probably either a week or two before the actual projects get posted. Sometimes the week of, but like, for instance, the Selena Kyle 1889 episode that's coming out on Thursday. I still haven't put the script up for that, but that's going to be going up after this live stream. So if you're interested in checking that out, you know what? I'll show you our tiers just because. Let me switch back here, and I have this down here now, so you guys can actually see the URL. But if you go patreon.com/thebatfeed. You can see all of our tiers. Yeah, so yeah, this is the creator account. New plan. Try that. Because that way it'll work better. I always forget. Alright, there you go. The Batfeed is creating videos. I mean, it's pretty much the same stuff as our YouTube channel, but you can see our different tiers. $2.99 per month is the lowest one, Bat Fan. You get early access to the scripts. You also, I need to add this, but you get access, or you get mentioned in all of our videos. I'm still working on creating an end card for that, so you'll see your name up there. Gothamite, $5.99 per month. Everything in the previous tier, behind the scenes content, which includes like photographs, process photos, $8.99 a month, GCPD officer, everything in the previous tier, you get to be a character in the documentary videos in a photograph. Like I said, we're kind of moving away from video, so there will be less of that in the future, but you'll get to be in documentary videos. And then the very highest tier is Wayne Enterprises VIP, which is $25 a month. You get everything in the previous tier, a personalized Wayne Enterprises badge that you can print out on cardstock and laminate if you want. Once a month video calls. We're going to do like producer meetings, and you get producer status, which it'll also say on your Wayne Enterprises badge. Really cool stuff. No pressure. Honestly, it helps us out a lot, but you don't have to be on our Patreon to be a Bat fan. So you guys are all awesome, and I'm just really grateful for how much our channel has blown up and how excited you guys all get when these come out. Because we're going to keep them coming. As long as you guys keep watching them, we're going to keep making them. We're going to keep exploring all of your favorite characters. If we haven't gotten around to your favorite character yet, we will. You know, 1919 is a little different, but 1889 we have a lot more elbow space to like add random characters and stuff while still sticking to a main story. But you know, you guys are awesome, and I'm just super grateful for your support in whatever way you can give it. So we've just about hit an hour with this stream. I got to get going. I've got other things to do today, but I had a blast hanging out with you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Keep an eye out for that Selena Kyle video coming out. Check out our Patreon, check out our merch, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, the night is always darkest before the dawn, and I promise you, the dawn is coming. Alright. Here, wait. I'm going to see if I can high five, and then we'll end the stream. 3, 2,